I've been asked to make an update on the tins, and that's what we're going to do. 2021 Megatins are going to be rolling out here literally in a month, and I've been constantly asked across the board for you guys to smash the other crap out, subscribe button, so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, we need to talk about my future chunk of Megatins that are coming in here. A lot of you guys have been asking, hey Robbie, hey, can we buy tins from you? I've had countless people asking, hey, when are you going to put tins up, Robbie? So here's where we sit right now with getting tins from dear old Papa M Colt 40. Alright, so right now, I will, as long as everything goes well, from what I've heard, tins are going to be in allocation this year in waves, which means supposedly we're going to get some chunk of tins up front, and then later on, a couple weeks later, another batch of them will ride. No, either or not, we don't know if allocation will be in 2 or 3 waves, which means you'll get your first initial and then in 2 more waves the rest. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I don't want to go, hey guys, we got tins, all right, we're going to put up pre-sales, because I don't know if I'm getting any, how many I'm getting. With the whole situation of Konami cutting back on product right now, the one thing I don't want to deal with for my audience is, oh, okay guys, we're going to put up a couple cases of tins. People buy those cases of tins, something happens, and I can't get the amount to fulfill those orders. Now, I got a clown mask on over here. People are calling me a scammer going, oh my god, M Colt 40, I can't believe you took my money. Interest-free loan out here. No. It's not. I'm not about that life. All right. That is the one thing that I don't want to deal with. So, to answer the questions, or for the people that have asked, the people that have not reached out to me, those that are fully curious, that is a situation that I myself am dealing with at the moment. I will not know until the week of, if not about a half week beforehand, if I will even have cases, what numbers of cases that we will have to mess around with tins. So that's the reality of the situation here, ladies and gentlemen. Because product is now on that, cutback because of supplies, things like that, the world situation, given how it is. I mean, we've lived in 2021 heading on into 22 now, like, there's the whole shortage, the whole pandemic. I get it, all right? But as a store that does this stuff, as an online seller, all right, I care more about my reputation than dragging myself through the ground for potential profit. That's never really been what I'm about. I've seen other stores that will do this. You'll see these other stores out here that'll go through the, well, we got short on product, and then they'll start refunding out here, and then you'll start seeing people shouting to the top of their lungs, being all butthurt and angry, being like, these stores are taking advantage of us, when you guys know that there's a supply chain, right? Like, in situations where things like this can go, I mean, you can make the argument and go, well, these stores shouldn't be putting up this product right now if they don't have it. And I mean, welcome to pre-sales, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is not a new concept. So many stores put up pre-sales on the whim of they're supposed to get X product. All right, if something happens, they get the product amputated, and then they have to go through and, you get the emails going, oh, my order was canceled, and then you start it's this vicious, endless cycle, and people act like it's entirely the store's fault when, it comes down the chain here for things. So, I would rather just not deal with that. Now, the other question I've been asked here with tins this year, and looking back at last year's tins, last year we just pretty much yeeted the cases. I didn't keep a lot of tins to open, and a lot of people genuinely did ask me the same question. Like, with the loss of the promos, is the product still really worth it in the long run? Now, the thing was, last year's tins, with the loss of, the promos themselves, we did have a very expensive card built into the tins, all right? Dark Dragoon held that very long-term value for the tins. Like, literally, Dark Dragoon created that lost value for those tins. Now, granted, looking at this year's tins, There's not going to be that extremely top-end heavy card like Dragoon previously, but I think the spread for this year is looking much better. Obviously, when you can put more staple cards into a set, literally, and, you know, yeah, so one top-end card versus, like, good value spread apart, more people are more inclined to buy a product that has a better spread of product all across the board here. So, you know, versus last year's 10s, the value's a little bit more spread out. So that's one interesting thing, because I keep getting asked, hey, is it worth it to pick up the 10s? Obviously. Reprints, availability, the chance to make back crazy value. 10s are always the one product every year that everybody kind of looks at and goes for the same thing. Like the commons. Man, last year's 10s have dummy value. All right, you look back at like some of the other 10s. What is it, like 2019? Yeah, 2019 10s have this stupid card in it now. This is a $5 common at this point in time. I've been going through bulk and just farming out free $5 bills. You look back at the 10s from the previous year beyond that. Phantasme, super rares. All right, these incantations, these bulk cards in their era, all of a sudden people are looking around, looking at this going, oh my God, like, it's free chicken tendies out here for the older value. So, yeah, looking at these sets, obviously, like, the top-end cards will always be the secrets and ultras. All right? And then you bridge out beyond the next year or so, and you're like, oh, well, hey, you know, like, it's kind of interesting. So we start to see the spread of value go further out. That's how you make money long-term, all right? Thank you, bulk. All right? You're always going to be one of my favorites. So, going forward here, I think this year's 10s will be a very good solid pickup. I think across the board for singles and for sealed product. Do remember, and I love the people that just re-at me every time I say this, keeping a case of 10s sealed for the long run. 10s from 2-3 years ago, those cases are astronomical at this point versus what they were on availability. All right, so don't ever doubt the sealed product market. So one thing to look forward to as we head on into the 10 season here, I will make the obligatory, hey, you know, we got product. Hey, we didn't get product because of the shortage of things right now. We will go through like the entire step-by-step on the investment, because I love those kind of videos. I think looking back at the truckloads of 10s, I've literally become known as the iconic guy. It's like, oh my God, you bought a truckload of 10s. Actually, we took the truckload of 10s to the recycling bin to get rid of them because I don't have a need for all this. The 10s literally just take up a worthlessly large amount of space that probably really didn't need to be made. I understand for like collectability, but when you're opening up that much product, man, like the 10s are just a giant hindrance at that point. And yes, to answer the question, who can support who better? A truckload of 10s can in fact support one beluga whale, me. All right, that's a snap, crackle, and fun fact right there. So I actually had that question asked recently. It was like, hey, fatty. And I was like, yeah, what's up? Who weighs more, the 10s or you? Well, the 10 displacement locked in, you know, can hold. It's a whole science for another day. So, are you guys excited for the 2021? I almost said 2019 Megatons. 2019 Megatons will go down in history as the best 10s I think I've ever seen, between Nibiru's, Dark World, and Amours, the misprints that were available in there. But with quality control being the way it is this year, you know, since you guys are going to be looking forward to the 10s, you guys think there's going to be a lot of mishaps like the previous years? Because it's just going to take 1 to 2 no-name cards for people to pull to go, wow. You guys remember all the gold rare mishaps that we had last year with quality control and things like that. And we step on into this year here where there's, you know, delays and things for production because of the 10s arriving from, you know, outside the US. And then you have to ask yourself, well, you know, if we had Mega 10 Commons leaking into Dawn by mistake, now you have to ask yourself, what other possibilities can we get this year? Imagine if they actually just mess up so bad. You see like something like an access code talker on like a trap border or like a spell border. Like that'd be so wild to me to see a product mix up like that. But for now, guys, leave a comment about what you guys think about the 2021 10s. What are you guys most excited about for this product? And I will have more announcements once I know more on the situation on my end. That's just kind of the world we live in right now. So I also have maximum gold coming in. We'll probably open that up and single that out. I know a few people have been asking about that, but story for where we sit for now. So I'll see you beautiful faces back here later and do some more cool content. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.